Hi there, welcome to this lesson. Now we're going to set up our database. We're going to get some data in our database, and this is the data that we're going to use throughout the course to practice all of the SQL commands. So what is a database? Database is a place where there is data, and this data gets stored in tables. So let's install these tables in the database so that we can practice with them. So when you log in, click on SQL Workshop, and then I want you to go to Utilities right here. Click on Utilities, and when you're here, notice there's a sample data sets section right here. Let's click on that. And I'm going to install the second option where it says emp/dept. These two tables are going to be installed in our database. Okay, so let's click on install. And these are the generic tables that are used in a lot of Oracle examples on their website as well. And so we're going to use them. And so let's click on next. And that's it. Let's install the data set by clicking that button below. And there we go. The following database objects were successfully installed. So what happened is the dept table was created in the database. The emp table was created in the database. And this object, which is known as a view, was also created. We'll get into views later. So let's click on exit there. And now go back to the SQL Workshop. Click on this again. And now go to SQL Commands. And here is where we're going to spend most of our time. So again, in SQL Workshop, in SQL Commands, this is where we're going to spend most of our time in the course. We're going to practice all the SQL commands. So let's make sure that we have the tables in our database correctly. So what I'm going to do is type in the following: select star from emp. Okay, and you need to do the same thing. End it with a semicolon at the end. This is not necessary, but we'll get into the details as to why later. So select star, this is an asterisk, from the emp table, EMP. So when you highlight this statement, click on this run button, and boom, there we go. On the bottom, we should see the table. Okay. Right now it says more than 10 rows available underneath. You notice this increase rows to see more rows. So the way to see more rows of this table is click on this above right here where it says rows. Change this from 10 to 20. All right. And now hit run again. And now it'll display all of the rows. And in this case, we have 14 rows. Okay. So this is the emp table, which stands for employees. There's another table that was installed, and that is the dept table. So let's check that. We changed the emp to DEPT. Okay. And now we need to highlight this again and click on run. Let's do that. And boom, there we go. We see the dept table. So this dept table has 3 columns, and these are different departments that the employees could be working for. So as long as those 2 commands ran successfully, you're all ready to rock and roll in this course. I've also provided as part of this lecture the SQL commands to actually create these tables yourself. Okay, and insert these data yourself if you'd like to explore that option. But this is the way to do it in Oracle Apex if you're using a different database or a different tool such as Toad, or in your company's Oracle database if you want to test something out. I gave you the script so you can create those tables in your environment so that you can practice along with me as we learn SQL in this course. Okay, so with that being said, we are ready to rock and roll. I'll see you in the remainder of the course. Thanks for watching.